Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to It's a Dog's Life. This is our first real full session where we have everyone present and accounted for. And we are going to see how it goes for these five bone gnawers in the city of York. I am joined by everyone for this first session. Let's see how often we manage to bring everyone together.
I was about to say, don't count on it being a regular thing, unfortunately, because real life gets in the way.
Real life gets in the way. It does happen, but we shall try our very best. And I am simply going to set the scene because you guys have all gone through your first changes. You all know your characters. You've all heard each other's stories by now, I hope. And if not, then that's fine as well.
Mostly.
So, oh, sorry.
Mostly.
That's easily good enough. Don't worry about it.
You have a question.
Yes, let's hear it.
Because, some of us, in fiction, our first changes were quite a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume we all know each other and have for at least a little while at this point?
Yes, but I'm going to explain all that when I set the scene.
Okay. Then I have no more questions.
All right. So, where we find you when we start today is here. That should hopefully show. Yes, precisely. That is the location of St. Benedict's shelter for the homeless. And you are all present there. You have all you all know each other for as long as you have, some of you have known each other for quite a while. Others have known each other for a short while because, again, not everyone has had their first changes years ago. We are especially looking at you here, Xander. But you do know each other, and you do, in fact, know that you are all Garou, that you're all werewolves. The reasons why you are at the homeless shelter for this specific evening are manifold, and I will, to a certain extent, let you decide for yourselves. It could be because you were in need of a good meal for once. It could be because you need a warm place to sleep for the night. It could be because you need a fresh pair of shoes or something because the old ones have finally fallen apart. It could be, any reason. The point being that the shelter offers all of these things. And You're obviously not the only people there. It is evening when we first join you. It is evening, and it is early in summer, so it's a little later than real life, but it's not much. And you are there with probably about a dozen other people who, various people of the streets, homeless people who live in and around York city centre. And you are basically waiting for the doors to open. They haven't quite opened yet. They open up around 6 every night. Or 6 every evening. And the reason why they're closed during daytime hours is basically for cleaning and so on. But if you have a desperate need, there is a doorbell that you can ring on during daytime hours if you need to talk to the social worker or something similar. Then they will do their best to accommodate you, but they don't typically let people into the facilities during daytime hours. But right now it's 6 in the evening, and the doors haven't actually opened yet, which in itself is a little unusual. But I mean, sometimes they run maybe 5 minutes late or something. So, but it's rare. So people are starting to mutter amongst themselves about what's happening, and I'll let it. I'll let the focus change to you guys.
Well, I had an idea that I immediately want to run by you.
Yes.
I was thinking that perhaps every once in a while, Frankie and her kinfolk perform at the shelter in exchange for food.
Oh, they will be more than happy to let you perform there, but you don't need to perform in exchange for a meal. They would still give you a meal even if you didn't perform.
Perform at the shelter, volunteer at the shelter, and get a meal.
Yes. Now that they would certainly be happy about, because it helps, cheer people up and lift the spirits of those who are there.
So I should probably actually give you a roll, shouldn't I? Seeing as we're starting a session.
Yes, you should. Difficulty is 6 as per usual.
Alright, let's give it a go.
That even started and we're already making rolls.
First roll of the campaign.
First roll of the campaign. Let's not make it a botch. There we go.
2 successes.
Two successes.
I like that macro layout.
Mm-hmm.
A botch would have been very tragic at this point. That would just set the entire fucking thing for the entire scene here. Like, yeah, okay, that's where we're going today. Great.
Yes. Yes. Ah, the memories of Connell and the double botch.
Yeah, it was too bad it couldn't be a meta thing.
Yeah, like a deep name.
Yeah.
Well, I think Frankie turns to whoever is nearest and says, "Well, that's weird. They're not usually late."
So
telling
who's
me?
nearest?
I don't mind. I'll be there.
Yeah,
Just
Sure.
Yeah, you're telling me. Yes. In the many years since he had his first change, Barry's voice has gotten a fair bit raspier.
Yeah.
Hard living, and the kind of life he's been living as a guru with his he's become a bit more raspy, I think.
Yeah, sure. That is quite a logical thing if you think about it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're usually quite diligent.
You think something's happened?
Can't say for sure. Not like we can find out.
I mean, we should probably give them a few more minutes before we start ringing the bell and pestering them.
Yeah.
And just as you say that, there's one of the others. Let's see, who shall we say that it is? People of the street. Let's say it is this fellow, Piotr, who actually is heading up to ring the bell. And just as he gets there, and he's just about to push the bell to see what the hell is going on, the door does open. And out walks a man and a woman in the sharpest suits any of you have seen in years. The woman is apparently like a personal assistant to the man. His suit in itself probably costs about as much as a normal person makes in a year.
Mm-hmm.
This is for those who know anything about fashion, this guy gets his suits at Savile Row in London at the most expensive place possible. There's no question.
Christ, yeah. His fine silk shirt alone is worth more money than all the clothes that we are wearing combined.
Oh yes, and then some. He is. This is, and he basically walks past everyone. He just strides past everyone standing there, like he owns the place and you don't even exist.
I have a sneaking suspicion that might be because he does now, but let's find out for certain.
I think Xander saddles up next to Frankie and Barry. It's like fucking suits.
What direction is the guy walking?
Out of the back alley that leads to because basically the homeless shelter is located at the bottom of a back alley.
Yeah. Could I accidentally bump into him?
Oh yeah, you can. You absolutely can.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I want to do that, and immediately, you know what? The first thing I'm gonna do, falling touch.
Ooh. Let us see.
I think that'll be funny. I'm actually not sure how this works.
Let us check the gift. Just
Rolls willpower, difficulty of opponent's stamina plus athletics. Even one success sends the victim to the ground.
good. Then the difficulty is 8.
Okay. Wow, this guy is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Willpower.
You just click the button that says willpower.
I don't see the button.
Oh, it's the headline that says willpower while you insert your dots. It doubles as a button.
I
Yeah,
really don't see willpower. Like,
It's right above where you see your forms in your character sheet. Under.
Oh, okay. Oh, huh? No, I'm sorry. I have no idea where you're talking.
Okay, let me help. You are on your character sheet, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Look at.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Wow, I'm
you
blind.
found it. Yeah. Okay, you found it.
Yeah. No way. I'm getting 8. I think I only
you
have
just
7.
Yeah, but you only need to. Every die can roll an 8. After all, it's a D10.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a D10 you roll for each
It's
dot
not.
there.
It's not. You don't need 8 successes. You just need an 8.
Ah, right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Minus
Did you end up with
that
minus
is-
1 success?
And not only that, it is an actual botch.
Yes, it is.
Because
Oh
there
my
are
God.
no successes here to outweigh the single one.
Oh,
So
boy.
it is an actual botch. All it means, it's not a disaster. All it means is you bump into him, you try to use your power, and it fizzles, and you're not able to use it for the rest of the scene.
Okay. I mean, fair enough.
It's not, but you still obviously you still bump into him,
I just
and
I assume there's kind of this awkward moment.
yeah, there is. He does look at you when you do that, and you have a very, very clear sensation that while he is already editing you out of existence in his mental landscape, the woman is taking notice of you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I think I think Molly like glares at the guy, kind of looks him up and down like she's sizing him up for a fight, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Not actually gonna throw a punch or anything, but
No, but you're giving him a good solid glare.
the evil eye, you know.
Yeah.
I think Frankie will obviously have noticed and come over like, oh, are you alright, Molly?
Molly looks at the woman who's like observing her as she talks to Frankie, and goes, "I'm fine."
Right. Apologies, she says to the man. We're standing over here, Molly.
There's a grunt from her as you
The-
say apologies.
The man and the woman just, they return to walking out of there. You two who are standing there, basically, Molly and Frankie. We're going heavy on the dice rolling here to begin with, but that's all right. Give me a perception plus alertness roll. Difficulty is 6.
Now it's
Perception
time to-
plus alertness.
It's the classic.
How does this work? So I press alertness, I guess.
Yep. You can
Yes.
also basically you can make a dice pool check, because perception plus alertness is a fairly common combination.
Yeah, that's a good idea. What was the difficulty? Did you say?
6.
All right, let's roll
Perception
it.
plus alertness.
Yep.
Difficulty 6. My God, what?
Oh my god! And that's another
Wow.
botch.
Come
Molly is so pissed off you don't notice anything. It's not a bad botch or anything, and you don't just basically you just don't notice because you're busy grunting and probably already kind of heading in the other direction. But Frankie, what you notice is once they are out of the cul-de-sac, out of the back alley, right? The man removes the jacket, holds it out like with 2 fingers to the woman, and just says, "Burn it."
Yeah.
And then they get into a car. Which
I think as
Fuck that
Frankie
guy
is like leading Molly back to where they were standing, her grip tightens slightly, and there's also like a. I mean, she's obviously she's in Homehead, so she doesn't actually growl, but
but she's still growling. Yes.
yeah,
I get it.
Molly notices this and goes, "What are you growling for?"
What a prick.
That means I don't know.
I have a bad feeling about this.
And basically, by this point, of course, back at the where the rest of you are standing, we'll just return to you now for a moment while the others are noticing and what they're doing. They're up to. Everybody who's standing there with you guys starts heading inside. Once these two have left, they head inside. Because I mean the door's open, so why not?
Sense is made.
And that is, once everybody is inside, Mrs. Wilson, who is this lady, comes out and stands at the top of the stairs. There are other people working there, but she's the one who runs the shelter. She comes out and she looks in the direction where the 2 people are going, and she looks like she's been crying.
Aww.
She looks absolutely devastated. Heartbroken is a good word for it. And she seems, very, very badly affected by something. And you guys see that. Everybody else has already gone inside and headed, towards the soup kitchen. But you guys see this.
I think
Charlie
Xander-
doesn't like that.
Yeah, Xander moves up and is like, "Everything okay, ma'am?"
No, unfortunately not. I take it you saw the 2 people who just left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't put their fucking noses higher in the air.
No, they really couldn't. They just came here to inform me that the entire block has been purchased by them, and Well, we've been given until the end of next month. And then the whole thing will be demolished.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Is everybody here? Or is it...
That's when you guys come back. That's
Right.
the point when you guys return, just in time to hear the "oh shit" from the others.
What now?
What's the bad news?
The suits what walked out. They bought up the block. They're going to close this place down end of next month.
No, they're not.
I
mean,
stuff my face under the lady's arm. She looks sad.
You can say that, but, you know, they clearly, you know...
No, they're fucking nuts.
Are you moving then?
Well, if we can find another place, that's... I mean... As she looks very, 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 very sad for a moment. She says that the problem is money. That's really the uncomfortable truth. Is if we need to move to a new place, we need to find somebody who's basically willing to let us move in and run something similar pretty much for free. Because we don't make any money, we're an expense. You know, we function exclusively on goodwill of other people. And to find a place in York where they're willing to do that, it's not going to be easy. I mean, I'm going to try I'm probably not going to get any sleep for the next month and a half. But, you know...
I think Frankie bends down, finds something, and then hurls it in the direction the two people were at.
Yeah, down the alleyway towards the road beyond.
Yeah.
I fetch.
Yeah. You fetch. That's after she's patted you because you stuck your head under her arms. So
Yeah, it's like, oh, you look sad. Here, have giant face.
Yes,
I take it
you get
And then someone threw something.
Yes.
Take it that means that... does that mean that Boo's in lupus at the moment?
Yep, she
Would
usually
make
is.
sense.
Oh, fair enough.
Unless it's like more convenient for her to not be, she of course won't
it's
be.
fine.
But she's so used to being a dog that having two legs is weird.
I mean, no offence, Ms. Wilson, but we're homeless. We are an uncomfortable truth unto ourselves.
Oh, you will never be uncomfortable to me. Don't you ever start with anything along those lines, Barry. You're people. And you're good people for the most part. And even those of you who are a bit of a bastard now and again, you're still good people.
Shame others don't see that.
Well, yeah. Still. You do what
it is a shame.
you do what you can, Sarah, and maybe we can find some way to help out on our end.
Well,
What about the government? Don't they, like, pay money for something like this?
we get a small stipend from the city of York to help us with the expenses. But this is a non-government organization.
Yet.
And quite frankly, I mean, we have been... She sighs very heavily and she kind of gestures for all of you to come inside. And she takes you into the there's a sitting room there where, you know, with there's a small television and so on. Everybody else is currently eating, so it's free. And she sits down there and she says, the problem is we have kind of alleviated the city of York's bad conscience for the last many years, because as long as we have been here, they have been able to say, oh, look, we don't have to actually create a city-run shelter for the homeless because there's already such a well-functioning one. All we have to do is give them some money, and then they would give us the absolute minimum that they could get away with under the law. And believe me, that's not much. And if we go away, yeah, sure, then they don't have that excuse anymore, but I'm willing to bet you just about anything that the city will bury this in red tape for the next 2 or 3 years before they actually open up a tiny shelter somewhere on the outskirts of the city, because you know how it is. They'd much rather just pretend you people didn't exist. There are no votes in going out there for a politician and saying, oh, and by the way, I'm going to spend money on the city's homeless. The only thing most people want to hear that money has been spent on when it comes to the homeless are spikes near entryways to public buildings. It's horrible, but that's how it is.
We know.
Gets punched.
We know.
She sniffles and wipes her eyes again, because this is clearly affecting her very, very badly. And she's like, I mean, I've spent most of my adult life in this place. I can't believe that they're just going to tear it down. And you know what they're going to build instead?
In parking?
No, it's not quite that. No, this is going to be a new shopping center.
Fuck.
Oh, great.
You know, with plastic Vikings everywhere.
Is that a reference to something?
Basically, York is an old.
Like that. Yeah. No, I get it.
So they're gonna put up plastic Vikings in every window.
Oh, that makes
the Jorvik shopping mall.
Oh, that just makes it all right then.
I bet they'll have horns.
Oh,
Oh,
probably. And I bet you the people down at the museum are going to throw a hissy fit, but that's not going to change anything.
Mm-hmm.
no, not when there's profits involved.
Yeah, but there are also people and fates. Oh my god, there are people who are going to be out in the streets all winter because of this, and oh no, this can't happen. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to make some phone calls.
Alright.
Yeah.
She says, and she gets up and heads back to her office. And she's openly weeping before she leaves the room.
Well, lads and lasses, I think it's clear we've got ourselves a right fucking crisis on our hands.
I'm punching that fucker.
Yeah, not worth it.
Ollie, calm down. Kid.
Yeah, no, if you're gonna do anything, you should at least use your teeth. That way he doesn't get up again.
Fucking
Frankie, not
smart ass.
Frankie not helping.
She is containing herself for now.
Callie
Frankie
comes back.
barely is.
She doesn't have the right thing, but she did pick up a thing to come back with.
I think that's very good, because that gives Frankie something to occupy her hands so she doesn't, I don't know, smash the table.
Callie looks proud of herself.
You get head scratches, even if they're a bit forceful.
No.
It's okay. She's a big one, it doesn't matter. Any head scratches is head scratches. And let's face it, you have to be a little forceful to get through the fur.
That's true.
I know none of you are going to take this sitting down. We're going to fight this, I know. It's a matter of just where to start.
We're not in a position to fight. Like, what do we make signs and protest?
I think first
What, you want me to go graffiti some this asshole's office or something? Sure, we can find out where it is.
You'll get arrested, and he'll, I don't know, have insurance covering it, and then he can forget all about us.
No, nothing quite so fucking obvious. Besides, fighting's what we do. But
Yeah,
still.
with fists and fang.
Yeah, and there'll be a time for that, I'm sure. But let's.
I hope so.
If we're going to fight this, we've got to do it properly. We've got to be well informed. So, best we get a gander at who's doing all this buying up and making shopping centres and find out if there's something more to it.
Thing is, you make this more trouble than it's worth, and they'll back off.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I'm guessing a shopping center is worth a whole damn lot of money. So that means a lot of trouble if we have to get them to back off.
Yep. It's a lot of money versus people they don't think are people. As fucking disgusting as that is. Still.
Well, I guess we could find out where they were heading.
Yeah.
He's appropriating this thing. Know who we were fighting. Suppose that makes sense.
Yeah, we try. I mean, let's face it, we're that kind of werewolf. We prefer to fight smart and fight dirty, so let's think that way, shall we?
Alright.
I think
Ellie tilts her head.
Xander gets up and heads out the door, and he's gonna go the direction they were walking and see if he can pick up their scent.
Yes, the smell of absolutely outrageously expensive cologne and
Yes.
That's literally what I was like.
Fresh clothes, yeah.
how is it they put it in Max Payne? The smell of suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
Don't forget disdain.
And disdain. Although to be fair, this is Yorkshire. Yeah. In Yorkshire, they may not have much need for suntan oil, but they might have
everything smells of disdain.
Yes. Anyway, so yes.
Yes.
Ellie proffers the thing where if we want to go with bioweapons, we could lock them in the room with Sir Fartsalot.
This is true.
That does make Frank and chuckle. Right.
I swear, you lot, you're making a mountain out of molehill. He's not that bad.
Who isn't bad?
Ian. He's
No,
fine.
he isn't.
He's fine.
He's pretty bad.
No,
They
he just
say
smells
you can
bad.
get used to everything.
That's
but-
what I meant.
Point is that, of course, Ian was obviously there for Barry's first change. They are inseparable, so he's going to defend. He's going to defend Sir Faltzalot to his dying breath.
Well, boo, we're just joking. I don't know why everyone else were taking it at face value.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I guess tone is hard to get across in Garou language.
Mm-hmm. So I get the impression Xander was going to try and do something outside with the following the suits.
Try and pick up their scent and see if he can follow them.
Yes, and you can easily pick them up until they enter the car, and for a little while down the road. But
Oh my god, he's so stinky.
But then it becomes impossible because basically, they mix with every other car out there.
Yep. Would my acute sense of smell help me in this case?
Yes, that's why you can even follow it for a
Okay.
bit down the road. Otherwise, you would have gotten to the car door, and that would have been it. But you have an idea that what direction they've gone in. They've basically headed towards the south eastern part of York, but following them with any degree of certainty from maybe 300-400 meters down the road becomes an impossibility.
Okay. Yeah, I think after a while Xander returns to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I've got an idea. They're headed southwest, but too much other smog and pollution to keep up with their vehicle.
I can investigate
Take
that.
care, I suppose.
Did we leave Sarah's office, or did she leave her office to make the calls?
No.
'Cause-
She, you are in the sitting room. There's a small room, and then she headed to her office to make the phone calls.
I see. Fair enough. Because I was thinking. Point is that if I can get a moment where she's not in her office, I might be able to check. Because these people, if they've told her this, they'll have presented a document, some paperwork to say that this is happening, and they'll have the company logo on it. So at least that's my thinking.
Do you air that idea?
Hmm?
Do you air that idea?
Yes, I do.
All right. Oh, in that case, I guess I can go try to distract her.
Be polite about it.
She gives you a look of a duh. I'm not gonna be fucking mean to Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Molly, could you assist me?
That was
Sorry.
to Molly.
Yeah.
Molly.
If you're saying anything, you may be muted.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Mike was being difficult. Sorry.
No
what
problem.
was
No
the
problem.
what was the question again?
Frankie asked Molly if she could assist in distracting Sarah.
Want me to start a fight? I can do that.
Oh no, we're looking for birth control for you.
Yeah, I think Xander's like,
What?
kid, not everything's about a fight.
Okay, first of all, fuck off with that. Don't even no.
I just need an excuse to talk to her outside of her office.
Just let's use a different one.
All right, we need penicillin.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Right, come along then.
Yeah.
I'll go knock on her office door.
Yes, you go up and knock on her door, and she does come over and look out, but she's holding her phone in her hand, so she's clearly on the phone, and she looks at you. Yes, Frankie, what can I do for you?
When you have a moment, could you? I know you're busy.
Yeah, quite right now. I probably will be for the rest of the night.
Oh, can we just do it real quick then?
Yeah, sure. What?
We're gonna need some penicillin for Molly here.
Oh, right.
I don't really know how to go about that.
Oh, that's not a problem. She goes into the office. She comes back with a small pill bottle, and basically hands it over.
Crap. Oh, and this'll work.
Yeah, it will. It's basic penicillin.
Because there's something about you need to take it like forever.
No, you just need to take it until there's no more in the bottle. What is specifically wrong with her?
I think Frankie nudges Molly. Like, you tell her.
I think Xander like hits Barry as like head motioning to the office door.
I think I think Molly just like fake faints.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Yep.
And
Sure.
she looks at you. It's like, oh, Jesus. She looks at the phone and it's like, sorry, I have a medical emergency here. I'm gonna have to call you back. And she hangs up, and then she immediately calls for she starts dialing for an ambulance.
Oh no.
Yeah. When she's done that, Frankie will be like, how do I check if she's all right? Hell, kind of to get her to do it, basically.
And she will, but not until she's called for an ambulance, because this is
Obviously
clearly serious.
I think Xander like kind of grabs Barry by the arm.
Yep.
It's like, let's go.
Yeah, I point is everyone's talking, so the point is that Barry does basically try to sneak by into the office.
Xander's going to go with you as well.
The problem is you guys are basically right in the door of the office.
Oh shit!
She didn't come. She didn't come out. She was in the door of the office.
That's why I'm
Sorry,
trying
guys,
to
I
get her
panicked.
to like.
Molly, roll down the stairs or something.
Maybe Xander, maybe you could help take Molly out of there and get them to get her lying down somewhere that's comfortable, like a sofa, while leave the place unguarded.
Yeah. Xander kind of squats down next to Molly and is like, "We need to get her onto a comfortable surface. Come on, Frankie, can you help me?"
Yeah, sure. Frankie helps, but it's like I don't think she was like ready to improvise right now.
No.
So she's just caught off guard. But she'll help, definitely.
Okay.
On the upside, we now know that Molly is really good to impersonate a sack of potatoes.
Apparently, yeah.
I think Xander starts like getting under the arms and like cradling the head like you would if you're gonna move somebody, and turns to Mrs. Wilson's like, "Can you help direct this?"
Yes, certainly. She does her best to help with Molly, and she's like, she's clearly in a state of distress herself, but this is obviously a medical emergency.
I feel bad about this.
Yeah.
I think as we're moving by, Xander's just like staring at Barry.
Yeah, and Barry's being very casual about it. He's just leaned against the wall by the door and just waiting for them all to get out of the way. If you do glare at him, he gives you a kind of "get on with it" expression.
Yes, and you find when you enter the office, because that's what you do, obviously.
Yep.
You do realize that there's a lot of paperwork on the desk, and all of it is stamped with this. All of it.
Sonderbau Limited. Building tomorrow. Listed company behind the purchase of diplomat. Oh, this is okay. Sonderbau. Okay. Okay. Anything with any kind of any indication as to addresses, contact details, anything like that on the paperwork? I mean, the Sonderbau must have an office in York.
Oh, they have. There are contact details on practically every letterhead here, so it's not too difficult. But it's a business which, as you can see, is actually. It seems that its main offices are in Germany. But it does have an office in London from the looks of things.
Right.
You don't see anything about an office in York.
Right. Okay.
At least nothing on the paperwork. I mean, it may be so new that they haven't, had local letterheads made yet.
Maybe.
How far is there from York to London?
Quite a long way.
Oh yes, several hours. So yeah,
several hours by train.
That's yeah.
Do any names on the paperwork stand out?
Not really. That would require that you basically take time to read through them in detail, and you don't have that much time.
All right, in that case, I've got the name, I've got the locations, where they're based in, and yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to get. So I'll clear out again quickly.
Yes. And again, Mrs. Wilson does help get Molly to to lying down on a couch, but then. She says that she'll get one of the other volunteers to help somebody who's got some first aid training, and then she has to go back to her office because she really legitimately cannot put this off.
Right. I think Frankie hugs her, like,
Yeah.
just to buy a little, like a few seconds, and then like,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Molly quote unquote wakes up.
Yes. And she does hug Frankie back, and then she heads back out. And it only takes about a few minutes, and then one of the other volunteers enters it's a woman, because obviously Molly may need physical attention, and in that case it needs to be a woman who
I was muted. I'm sorry. I tried to say I quote unquote wake up before she leaves.
Okay, well, you wake up, but she still has to leave.
Yeah. Damn it. I tried.
I know how to run interference. I just lay in the fucking door.
She crawls over you if that's necessary. She has got to do this. It's you.
Yep, I know, but it's still like, okay, stepping over the dog, and
yeah, she's in I have to save this place mode, and that's means that she's heading back to her office.
Like on top of you, you take off with her.
Nah, I wouldn't be that mean. She's a sad lady.
Yes. But it takes about 7 or 8 minutes, and then there's the sound of an ambulance outside.
All right. Is I assume, but I don't want to assume that Barry got out before she went in.
Yes, Barry did get out.
Good.
In that case, I think Frankie looks to Molly and says, "Well, I mean, if you want to sleep in the hospital for a while, you might be lucky."
Did she just fall off? No, she's still here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said?
I didn't. Connection lost for a second. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It happens.
No, it's Frankie's, because the ambulance is here.
Oh yeah, like I'm already quote unquote awake.
Yes.
And like, I think when it's like, no, I'm fine, it's fine. Like kind of being like, no, I'm okay, it's fine.
Well, there is a paramedic who enters, and he checks up on you, but he does also determine that there is no point in hospitalizing you, because there is apparently nothing wrong with you. While in the real world, if there's somebody who's had a fainting spell, you would at least have been brought to the hospital for a checkup.
Mm-hmm.
This is the world of darkness.
Could also add it to the fact that she's homeless, so who the frick cares, right?
I can't pay them money.
Well,
you wouldn't have to.
You wouldn't have to. It's the National Health Service in England, but
true.
But the
NHS.
Exactly, but but the NHS in the world of darkness is not quite so effective or well funded as in real life. So basically they do check up on you, but it's in situ, and then when they determine that basically, okay, it's pretty obvious that what he mentally puts this down to is you were probably either drunk or had some residual drugs in your system that did this, and now that it's taken care of, there's no point in them bringing you to the hospital.
Yeah, sure. That works. I'm like, Molly's like, yeah. To herself.
Yep.
Like, this worked perfectly.
Yes.
I think Frankie will either get a meal while we're there and then reconvene with the others.
Yes, as this is happening, while there's the paramedic's doing his thingy, I think Barry will quickly lean into Frankie and say, "So when I said be nice to her, your idea of that was to give her a heart attack?"
Oh no, that wasn't my idea at all. It was entirely Molly improvising.
Okay, You just fucking drop that shit on me, and then you go, "Oh, Molly is doing this." Like, again, what do you expect?
Oh no,
That's
I don't.
that's fine. Whatever. Let's just get something.
You find anything?
Yeah. Let's all sit down and I'll talk about it with you.
Yeah.
It should be said that there were several, like, what are they called? Business cards lying on the table. You could have swiped one of them, you know.
Yeah. All right. I'll
She would have never noticed if you took one of them, because there were, like,
Yes.
7 or 8 of them.
Yes.
But for some reason, I'm imagining it's like a spread.
Such magnificent bastards. They brought a whole stack of cards with them.
Yeah.
To say, this is who we are.
They made it rain.
Yeah. What a bunch of.
It's so stupid. I love.
So, what did we learn?
Some German construction company called Sonderbau. Apparently, have a big office down in London, but couldn't see anything local.
German?
Well, Sonderbau does sound German.
Well, why? What do you want? What do they want here?
What do I know?
Right. So, what? We bomb Germany?
Give me who's holding the card?
I am, but I need to step away for a few minutes so we can pass them to someone. Actually, let be someone else.
Xander
Sure.
takes it.
Okay. Whoever decides that they are holding the card, give me a perception plus alertness roll. Difficulty is 6.
Right?
Probably shouldn't be me then.
Do what? It's okay. Bah.
Nope.
No
Nope.
success.
No successes. That was a sad roll, but
It was very sad.
I'm in the room. That's why.
You're infesting them with
cursing
your
us.
bad luck. All right, you don't notice anything for the moment.
All right.
All right, so Sonderbau. Guess we can ask around about them.
Was I'm sure this isn't their first project in York.
Oh no! There are pretty routinely there are building or construction projects around the city, but it is unusual for something large and obviously quite modern to be built in the city center, because it's a historic location, and basically every single building inside the old city walls is, you know, they're protected. Everything in the, you know, any idea of tearing down a building in any of the purple streets on the map, for example, would be completely out of the question. They're protected by law. But even outside the purple area on the map there, it's like, you know, you would have to shift some serious cash and have a lot of influence to be allowed to do, you know, anything like this.
Right.
I mean, if Mrs. Wilson is right and it involves plastic Vikings, then it's you know, gods only know how many millions of pounds have changed hands under the table.
Yeah, I think. I think Xander says, you know, if we had internet, we could look this up, or I might know some people who could point us in the right direction.
I could
Go to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're closed for the day, but you could do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
could ask my mum. I could use
Alright.
her computer.
Yeah. Do that. I'll ask Puck. As one of Frankie's friends.
Yes.
Wonder if Jasper knows anything about these fuckers. Like she says that offhand.
Do we know? Do we all know that you're on speaking terms with a member of the Hadrada's Blades?
Oh,
I
that's
don't
actually
think
good.
Molly has made it a secret that she knows Jasper at the very least. She's clearly not figured out how all the stuff works though.
No, that's something that you probably all know about Molly, is that she's kind of got an ass backwards kind of take on a lot of werewolf stuff.
Yeah,
Because I
metas are the
think,
best ones, right?
Well,
Frankie does like a little like ew when you mention the other
you-
stuff, but doesn't
if you-
otherwise.
if you think that ultra-violent sack of shit can be of some help, then by all means go and talk to him.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so my mum and Jasper. Got a
Well,
list to do.
I'm gonna go. I need to go find Ian. Let him know what's going on, and
Yeah, do that.
see if
I'll,
see if anyone in our sept gives a damn about any of this.
And can
Not
someone get
likely.
me in touch with a computer? Because I can do my own research if I at least have a computer.
I can
Oh,
search
yeah.
for the library tomorrow.
I was going to
But
go
they
to my
won't
mum
have
to
it
ask for her computer actually, so you can come with me if you want.
Definitely.
In that case, I guess Boo and I will talk to Pug.
Yeah.
All right. When should we all meet up?
If we don't need the library, I guess later, midnight.
And where?
Accept, maybe?
Yeah, if we can carve out our own quiet little corner without getting sniffed at too strongly, and sure.
Oh, we could do for now. Just get back here. We all know the way.
Hmm.
And then yeah, we do need to find our own little niche.
No, yeah, coming back here for now would be good. Some of the other folk who use this place, they're gonna take the news harder than we are. Might do something rash. Don't want that.
Oh,
Yeah, they'll do something rash.
Do themselves, Molly. Don't want to see good folk who've been hard done by hurting themselves because they're getting fucked over again. All right.
No, I get you. It's just, you know.
Sounds like we're all gonna
Look.
split up. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Let's get moving instead of talking about it.
All right,
All right, kid, take me to your mom.
take me to your leader.
Yes. Take me to your mother so I can get to know her.
Can we do your mother?
It's gonna be the running joke. How's your mom doing?
Oh my god. I'm Kirsten. My mom's doing fine. Maybe it's that Bane I encountered the first night. It just cursed me or something.
So,
I shall take the Boo.
yes. All right, let us start with the Boo and the Frankie.
Well, in that case, seeing as we were going to perhaps perform, I'll pick up Keith and Pug
Yes.
from here, and then
Yeah. I mean, they're present, so.
I'll arrange with them that we go to Pug's place.
Yeah.
And I'll explain the situation to them on the way. That, well, this fucking sucks.
Yeah. That. It more than fucking sucks. This is. bollocks.
It really is. So, I mean,
Fucking hell.
if we'll have to do some research, and then if we find anything, then
Yeah, I guess. You're going back to Pug's place. Pug lets you in, and his place consists. He's got like a single room, like 20 square meters worth of mess piled upon mess.
Yeah.
And he lets you in, and the second he lets you in, he tries to flip the light switch, and he just sighs as he realizes that the power is out.
No power.
No power.
Did you forget to pay?
No, I didn't, but it's just the 6th time this month.
Oh. Well, I guess at least you're not gonna pay that much in power bills.
No. He digs through, he knows his place well enough, so he finds his cell phone, which is like it's an old smartphone, but it is a smartphone.
Right.
And he opens it so that if you need to search for something on it, then...
Yeah, right. So this is... I need to... Which one's the internet icon again?
And he explains. He helps you search.
Because Frankie's never owned anything more advanced than her current phone, which is a Nokia 3310.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he helps you. He will even do all the searching for you and so on if you just explain to him what it is he needs to do.
That's exactly what I will do while I don't know, brush Boo, if she'll let me.
And what is it you want him to search for specifically?
Well, specifically, I want him to do two things. First and foremost, obviously, we need to figure out. Actually, can he figure out about stuff like what's it called? You know how, as you said, most of the buildings are old and like are preserved for that reason.
Yes.
Like, if there are any groups that are really into that around, or if like he can even find some laws about it, that would be great.
He can.
And second,
yeah.
And secondly, of course, not now, but when he has the time, seeing as he has a much wider social circle than Frankie does, maybe someone's heard something.
He tries to look up, information about legislation and so on, but searching for stuff like that on a cell phone is he doesn't get anywhere, basically. He has no idea where to even start looking for it, and even if he did, then it's super complicated shit. But he tries and falls flat. But he does write around to a number of his friends, and he to ask them if anybody has heard anything about a new shopping center being set up in the middle of fucking downtown York, and how the hell that came to pass. And what you get back from that is a whole lot of people writing him back going, "The fuck?" Or, some derivative thereof. So clearly, this is absolutely out of left field. Nobody has seen this coming. From what you can tell.
Well, that's at least some information.
And he even gets one of his friends actually writes quite a lengthy message. It's the last one that ticks in because it's probably taken a while to type out.
Oh, makes sense.
And this is a woman who says that she's just gone through the local newspapers to see if there was anything there, and there isn't.
It hasn't been announced yet.
Nothing has been announced. Nothing has even been written about, nothing like York City Council to meet to discuss new zoning plan or, something, nothing whatsoever. It's just totally out of the blue.
All right, that's that might be useful. So I think Frankie makes sure to text that to people, and then in the meantime, I guess, give Boo a thorough
Thorough
grooming.
brushing. Yes.
But the fact that nothing has been mentioned yet also means that it might be slightly easier to do something about, because there's not the whole "but you said you would" to worry about.
There is that.
Is what she's thinking, and yes, she'll include that in her text to
Yes.
those of the group who actually possess cell phones.
Yes. And we will then pop over to Xander and Molly. You were going to contact the mom unit.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
My kinfolk, actually.
Yes. The mom unit, unfortunately, does not pick up her phone when you call her. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's a problem. It just means she's not picking up the phone.
Quick question. Which
Yes.
phone am I using?
You might be using a public payphone.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. That's fine.
Yes.
I thought for a second I still had like my old phone,
Yes.
the probably Pentex smartphone.
Yes.
No, that's fine. Okay, so she's not picking up. What time is it?
It is, at this point, it is 9 in the evening.
Okay. How long would it take me to get to my home? Oh well, my mom's home, I suppose.
Your mom's home. It would take you about half an hour by foot.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Actually, can we speed that up if we go lupus?
Yeah, sure, you can.
Yeah, if you're up for it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yep. Then
Go
that
running.
way it'll only take you about 15 minutes of running through the streets and back alleys and so on, and until you get there. And it turns out that there might be a good reason why Mommy Dearest didn't pick up the phone. It looks like she's having, if maybe not a party, but there are certainly people over.
Ah, shit. Well, bad time then.
Were you, was your mom expecting people tonight?
I don't know. I don't keep up that closely with her. I mean, suppose I could always go take a look through the window.
I mean, is there any other way in?
Well, few. I assume I know some ways.
Yeah, you
Uh,
like any teenager, you know secret ways in and out of your home.
Yeah, like probably my old room, which I don't know. I don't like this. This is maybe something to ask about my mum. Is has she kept my old room like the same as it was, like they sometimes do?
No. She's not that sentimental.
Yeah, that's fine. I think I will like. I'll sneak in with a boy, basically.
Yes. Well, you managed to get in. You do also figure out on the way there. You do figure out that basically it looks like she's got people over from work, including her boss.
Ooh, okay. Well. No,
Yeah, I think at a time like Xander's like, do you know these people?
well, I mean, I assume I recognize the boss.
Yes, you've seen these.
Well, that's it's my mum's boss. Work people, you know.
Little after.
Don't want to bother them, you know.
Well, where's the fucking computer? We'll just grab it and go.
I'm not gonna steal the fucking computer.
Well, where's it at so we can use it?
Yeah, just this way. Like leads you. Is it actually in like the living room or something? Because it could.
No, it's she's basically what she's done is she's set up your old room as her office.
Ah, okay. That actually works perfectly. In that case, I'll lock the office,
Yes.
so she can't get in immediately,
Yes.
and then go to town, my boy.
Yeah, Xander's gonna sit down and start seeing if he can find anything out about these bastards.
Well, give me an intelligence plus computers check.
All right.
And while he's doing that, can I try and listen in on the conversation my mom and her co-workers are having? Like anything interesting being said?
Yeah, sure, certainly.
Joan, I do have a specialization in computers from my technology skill. Does that do anything?
No, that just means that your technology it's that you are you need to specialize because technology is such a broad scope term.
I guess it means you're really good with hardware.
Yeah,
And shit like that.
exactly. It
Okay.
means that you're really good with hardware.
Perfect. What was the difficulty on that?
Difficulty is 6.
6. Okay.
Publicly traded company, so it's not that difficult to find information.
He's probably
There
like
you go,
complaining
free.
about the specs of this computer as he's doing it.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that's a complete success. So very good. You actually come up with quite a lot. That these people are in fact they are being hired for various or various zoning projects around Europe and in England. They are specializing in quick demolitions and reconstruction of new buildings. They have an impressive reputation for speed, basically. So that basically there won't be an open lot building site in the middle of York for the next 3 years. They'll probably manage to get this thing going in half that time. From what you can gather, they are very quick. They have they are the kind of company that prides themselves on good working conditions for their employees. They have like an awards page on their homepage where they show like all manner of international prizes they've won for good working conditions and following legislation and being a model construction company basically. And the thing that really bothers you, of course, is that when you get to into a little more into the what's it called, the nitty gritty of the corporate side of things, you get this thing flashing on your face saying subsidiary wholly owned by Pentex.
Knew it!
Ooh.
Knew
I
it!
think would Xander know? I assume Xander would know the importance of that.
Yeah, it doesn't take many evenings as a werewolf before somebody basically sits you down and has now this is why Pentex is the enemy and really, really fucking bad conversation.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
know that Pentex is horrid.
I assume somebody told me this, but did Jasper actually?
Jasper hasn't told you about it, no.
Okay, I assume somebody else probably did because
Yes.
it's a big deal.
Someone who actually
Yeah.
cares about your well-being has told you about Pentex.
That's exactly.
I think as Xander's sitting there like going to town on the keys and like pulling up different tabs and researching stuff, he eventually is just like and like leans back in his chair, is like, fuck.
Remember to wipe your
you.
history.
Yeah. Well, this shit ain't good.
So,
Seems our construction company is owned wholly by Pentex.
of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Ah, that's great. That's just sure.
Yep.
Okay, so
And what's even worse is this company is fucking squeaky clean when it comes to safety. They're fast. Everything you'd want in a construction company.
Aren't all of Pentex's businesses that though?
Yeah, you have a point.
Well, regardless.
All their public fronts are, at least.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
All the real shit going on behind the scenes now, that's a completely different picture.
Mm.
I think Xander pulls out his old. I assume he has a smartphone, an older smartphone from his previous life, and he just snapped a few pictures of the stuff he's pulled up. Well,
You really get one of those. A non-Pentex phone, I mean.
And right around that time, somebody grabs the doorknob and tries to get into the room, and of course it's locked.
I was listening in on the conversation.
Oh, that's true. Yes, we'll let you listen in first. We'll just basically, you don't hear much of anything of any interest. They're just having a social get together. You kind of get the impression that your mom is throwing this party in order to angle for some brownie points from the boss, in order to maybe land herself a future promotion or a raise or something along those lines. But strictly speaking, it's just a social get together.
Well, good on her. Like,
yes,
by all means. Dodo, shit. Molly looks at Xander.
yeah, he just starts Alt F4ing everything real fast and wipes the history.
Yes.
Alright, time to fuck off, kid.
Yeah.
And I think Xander just jumps out the window or whatever they came in and leaves them
Yeah,
all
I'm pretty sure we just came in through the window.
Yeah, just getting out the same window that you came in, and then probably close the window behind you so it doesn't look too suspicious.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I was certain I'd unlock this door or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you hear, and basically what you hear is you don't hear someone saying that exactly. You say, "Oh, I was sure it was open earlier," is what you hear. It's a woman's voice. It's not your mother. And a moment later, you hear the voice of the boss, and he's clearly in a state of advanced inebriation. and he's like, "It's okay. We'll just ask her for the key."
Oh.
Oh my god. You know what I'll do? Once they're away, I'll open the door.
Oh, you went completely robotic.
Yeah, you roboted real bad.
Okay, wait.
Try again. Karis, are you there? I think we may have lost connection to Karis temporarily.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds like it.
Oh, balls.
The
Unfortunate.
blue
but-
stuff for me.
Yes, but in that case, you guys, you managed to get out of there before they come back with a key to the room or something, or whatever. But they are you get out and you get the door or the window closed behind you. So basically, it's all good. And well, who do we have left that we haven't joined with yet? We have Barry.
That'll be me.
That'll be Barry.
Yeah.
All right. Where do we find you, Barry?
I've gone to find Ian.
Yes, and you find Ian down at the Sept.
Yes, I suspected.
Yes,
what
he
is
is at the Sept.
What's the Sept like?
Tonight it's pretty quiet. There are, like a handful of Guru around, but nothing, kinfolk, nothing major of any kind. is really going on. But Ian is there, lounging around in the grass.
Yeah.
In lupus form, trying to chase. He's playing fetch with a butterfly, and failing miserably.
Oh, I remember the good old days. It takes me back to Tally's first change with the moth and the joint.
Yes.
What is it about butterflies and Guru? They just seem so amazed by them. Anyway, I think the first question then, they said it's quiet. Is either Roderick or Henrietta there? Because I know if I don't go and pay them deference before I speak to Ian, they're going to kick up a fuss. So
yes, Roderick is.
All right, I shall find Roderick. I shall abase myself before him.
And he gives you the absolute barest of nods that he can get away with, basically as if to say, yes, I have seen and smelled you, please go away.
Yep, and I do so.
Yes.
And then I head straight to the even smellier Gavin or
Yes, and you find Sir Farts-a-Lot trying to catch this butterfly with scant luck.
Mm-hmm. So basically, I wait until he thinks he's going to get close to just getting it, and he's like, he might actually get it this time before I then just go, hey, up!
He stumbles because you call out to him, and of course does in fact not catch the butterfly, and he turns around and looks at you with a semi-annoyed
mm-hmm. Look at that happy face.
Arf.
Can I get you talking with your human mouth for a bit? Got something to tell you.
Arf. He changes into Homid.
Mm-hmm. Or to say, he obviously
he
looks a lot older now.
Yeah, he does.
Bad news, mate.
What?
Just come out from St. Benedict's. Some shady German construction folk have decided to try and buy up the whole block, and they're going to try and close down the shelter by the end of next month.
No, they're fucking not.
You know, funnily enough, Molly said something similar.
Yeah, but we can't let that happen.
No, I know. We're working on it now. We've got Xander and Molly off trying to find out something on the internet. We've got Boo and Frankie off doing their lot.
Fuck.
I thought I'd come here to let you know.
Oh, I'm glad you did. I mean, fuck. That's a lot of people that's going to get hurt if this goes through. It's a lot of people.
You're telling me.
Nobody here's going to give a flying fuck except for you and me and all the Norse in general, obviously.
Well, obviously, but yeah, I mean, it's all right for us. We can turn into great fucking wolves. We can fight back. The rest of them, they can't do that.
Oh, maybe it's time to do just the feckin' that.
Well, you know, we've got to fight it smart as well as fight it hard. So we're going to find out what we can about these German bastards and what we can do to hurt them.
All right, look. First things first. I've been meaning to tell you this for a while now. Did you guys ever consider, you know, you five, you lot, did you ever consider actually forming in a pack? Because I think by this is about as good a reason as any to actually formalize it.
I mean, I mentioned it to them. I mean, they know. I mean, I'm practically the pack granddad at this point, so you know, I keep banging on about it.
I think you might want to bang on about it again because this is fucking serious.
Yeah. Well, come with me. Tell them if you don't join the pack, you're gonna lock them in a room with you.
Well, I'll fart on them until they actually do what you want them to.
I don't know why they think it's so bad. I mean, it's not that bad.
No, but there is an element of, you know, being your own free spirit. Kind of goes out the window when you form a pack because you kind of, you know, you're in a group suddenly. But
no, well, we all work.
You might need that for this.
Yeah. No, we work well together. I think I'll mention it to him. Say now's a good time for it.
I agree.
Maybe we can find a totem. That'll be something. That'll be a laugh.
Always ask old man York.
Oh yeah. Oh, he'd be a good one.
He would be.
Well,
Well, there's always Rat.
oh yeah. I mean, I'm good with it. Not sure how others feel, but I'll mention it to him. But yeah, we're meeting up back up again later tonight. Back at the shelter, so I'll bring it up there.
Good. What are we gonna do to help you otherwise?
Well, not quite sure yet. I mean, I've got my suspicions about who this Sonderbauer, that's their name. I've got my suspicions about who's responsible for them, but I don't want to make any assumptions yet. If we get any confirmation, I'll come back to you and we can bring it to...
The big bad P word.
Yeah, because, at least if we mention the big bad P word, at least this lot here might take it a bit more seriously. But we'll see.
Also know that if we go to Roderick with any of this, he'll just say, "Oh well, you guys you are the ones who discovered this, so you deal with it."
Probably.
So I suggest that we deal with it.
Yeah, but
precisely that you guys do, and then I'll be the nice liaison to the rest of the sept if that's what you need.
That'd be good. Thanks, mate. But yeah, and we'll. If anything else comes up that I think we can get you involved in, because you're practically one of us anyway. We'll let you know.
Of course.
Yeah. Besides, even if they don't help us, it's better they know about it. I don't want them kicking off, getting their munk on because we didn't tell them that this is going on.
No, of course. Just between you and me, though, I don't think we should expect much help from the rest of the people around here for this. Henrietta got into a scrap tonight.
Oh, fuck.
Unfortunately.
Who with?
Face Cleaver. Wasn't pretty.
Oh.
A lot of blood. A lot of blood on both sides. They're both alive.
Make of that what we will, but yeah. Alright. Well, thanks for letting me know. I'll try to stay clear of her.
Yeah. I know that George has been patching up Henrietta, so she's going to be fine, but might have a new scar or two to, show off for the...
Has anyone convinced that bastard to put a fucking shirt on yet?
No, don't do that.
Oh, well, he says, and...
Honestly, half the time I swear even in Omid form he could use his fucking nipples for stabbing people.
Face Cleaver it should say out of character. Face Cleaver is female.
I was referring to.
George.
Oh, I was referring to George. Okay.
Yes, I mean I'm sure she could also use her nipples for stabbing
Probably,
people.
yes, but it was just because you said he, so I was confused there for a second. But George.
Yes,
oh,
I don't know how to tell you this, Joan, but men have nipples too.
They do?
I know, shocking,
do?
Isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Weird.
Anyway,
what do you use them for?
I mean, stimulation more than anything else.
Okay.
I was going to say
lactation.
no.
Yes.
No. Anyway, he also says, "Oh, by the way, just between you and me, Molly's still keeping in touch with that Hadrada Metis. What's his name? Jasper.
Fuck. See if you can't get her off that at some point. As long as she keeps listening to that feckin' Egypt.
I know, but he was the one who found her first. Of course, she's gonna hang off his words every now and then.
Yeah.
I'll do what I can.
He is leading her down wrong paths.
Yep.
So, right.
Yep.
All right.
Catch you later. I'll go do my biz.
You do that. I'll see you soon.
See ya. Right, that's and then he'll head off again.
And,
He'll probably go as he's making his way along. He'll pull out he'll have like a like an old-fashioned sort of coffee mug or coffee tin, the kind that you can get from, like army surplus stores.
Yeah.
And he'll try and engage in a bout of cooking while he's on the way.
Yes, you get yourself some old leaves and whatever
Yeah.
else lies around, and
Yeah, cigarette butts and there's a dead squirrel there. That's lovely.
Yes.
And obviously because
protein and food.
Yes, he didn't. He didn't actually. I don't think he had any of the food at the shelter because he was a bit busy. So this is his.
Yeah,
this is dinner. This is dinner
This
for
is
him.
dinner, yes. And it's as the gift says, it's edible. It's bland, but it's edible and it's nutritious.
Yes, and
So you get a hearty meal that doesn't really taste of much of anything except a bit of blah. But
well, because the 15 odd years that he's been doing this, I think he's gotten used to it.
yeah,
Considering calling it bland but edible, you might as well call it British.
I was
Nice
thinking.
one.
Oh
Yeah,
wow, nice. Savage but nice.
I would say you're dead to me, but you are Belgian. You know what you're talking about. So, I would say I think he probably privately as a dig at our American companion, he probably refers to it as grits, somewhat literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you get food that way at least.
Yeah, and then I'll head back to the shelter and wait the others to turn up.
And everybody eventually, I'm guessing, does turn up. You guys agreed to meet back there, right?
Yeah.
Hang on.
I got disconnected just a bit before. I just wanted to do one more thing.
Oh,
real
sure.
quick.
Let's hear it before then. Before we have you meet
so-
up again.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do, it's kind of two things, but the one thing I wanted to do at that scene before was just basically the thing I put in chat.
Let me see what that is.
Yeah, just open the door for the drunkards once they left, get out, leave the window open just a crack, and then just listen in again and see if there's anything interesting. And or amusing, either or.
There's, when they enter the room, there's a lot of giggling and a lot of sound of clothing being removed. and then then you hear sounds of coitus.
Okay, I mean, I think as soon as the
Welch,
clothes
welch,
are
welch.
No,
I think as soon as the clothes are being removed, I think Molly's like, oh, okay, it's this kind of rendezvous. Okay, have fun.
Have fun, yes.
I think Xander's like, the fuck do you think was gonna happen?
I mean, I don't fucking know. Look, I'm fucking 17. What do you want from me?
So yeah, that's basically the boss is your mother's boss is banging the secretary.
Huh. What else is new? Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do was go and see Jasper, since it was mentioned just a bit ago.
Yes.
I have no idea where he is.
Seeing Jasper is going to take you the rest of the night. He is currently located in Stamford Bridge, which is 8 miles outside of the city of York, on the other side of the
That is quite a distance.
Plus, they don't actually let people into Hadrada's Blades, Sept, who are not get a Fenris. So you would have to go there and then basically stand on the outskirts of the Sept and howl and hope that he's got time to come out and talk to you.
Knowing him, he'd probably say, go fuck yourself, so... Nah, never mind then. Then I'll go meet up with the others.
Yes. Alright. So you guys meet back up at the St. Benedict's...
Yeah, the shelter.
The shelter for the homeless, yes.
Right, what did you find out?
Nothing fucking good. And I open up the pictures and show Frankie.
I like to think it has a giant P.
The big P.
The big P.
I fucking knew it.
I can't say I'm surprised. But still,
Too bad too. They make good smartphones.
Yeah, if you like, them knowing everything about you
No,
and using it to
you know what I
whatever
mean.
nefarious things.
That's not the point. Just
Well,
right. Just,
uh,
just get on with it. Like,
apparently it hasn't been announced anywhere yet, which I think is to our advantage. There's no news about this whole Viking Mall. There's no news about the city block being torn down or anything, so no one seems to know about it except the people who know about it,
yeah.
Not public
Yes,
knowledge.
we know.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that could be. We could use that.
So I think as long as we make sure that it stays that way, and then never actually happens, we should be fine.
Well, it's going to be. I mean, there's not much going to be stopping them from publishing something to like a newspaper or a news outlet, but we'll do what we can.
Yeah. Also, the people in power do probably know, considering the corporation's not going to come over to us first,
No.
Especially if they're, if they're Pentax.
Yeah. But we have some time to run on before it becomes public knowledge.
You got a plan then?
Not really. It seems like we have a target, but it's not like we can just go in there and tear down the corporation.
If only.
No, but we can all work together on this, and that brings me to my what I've got to say.
Oh no, don't bring that up again.
Hey, come on, just hear me out. Went to the park, obviously let Ian and that lot know. And Ian will help us out, being worried with
about the bloody pack thing again?
Well, if we're going to be fighting this, since but we rely on St. Benedict as much as anyone else, and if we're all going to be doing this together, we might as well work as an official pack.
How's that going to work? I mean, who's going to lead us? Like, we have Molly or Sander, who are both new. We have me, who, well, you know about me. I suppose there's you or Boo.
I'd like Boo as leader. like gives Boo another pass.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but it's not in practice.
We're boners. We don't have to go for leaders and things. We're democratic.
Right. So we'll have to sit down and take a vote every time something important comes up. I mean, I like democracy, but it doesn't work in tense, time-sensitive situations.
Well, if you're really that averse to it, fine. I'll take charge, and we can all decide on things as we go. Besides, it could be useful to have group cohesion. Could be useful to have ourselves a totem.
Okay, so the totem thing is a different thing. I'm not huge on you being in charge, if I'm honest.
Why not?
Yeah, go on.
Antiquated, let's put it that way.
Oh man, the savage burns.
You're saying I can't do a job just because I'm an old man?
I mean, no. But I am saying you might be thinking a little bit slowly.
Wow.
I think Xander just slow stares at Molly, then back to Barry, oh, what's gonna happen?
I think Charlie
he basically grips a hold of Frankie's shoulder. Hold me back, Frankie. I swear to God, hold me back.
I think Charlie just turns back into whatever goes for her helmet look, and then looks at the slightly shorter girl. Because you're so good in a pinch, you're good at playing dead.
Right.
Was more helpful than you
are, Charlie.
If we're gonna pull off,
tall girl, you want to go?
Oi, don't be mean to Boo.
Anyway, look, I might be a bit of a slow thinker, but that means I'm considering things. It means I'm considering how to go forward with the
I
right
don't
way.
have much time to consider things.
No, but if we just rush in, then we're wasting what time we have.
Not that I
Mate-
like to agree with Molly, but I do think being considerate might be better traits for better.
No, I've been in situations where people haven't had time to think, and it's shit all. Charging in blindly doesn't solve anything. You need intelligence.
Right.
Nobody ever suggested charging him blindly. I suggest we don't sit on our asses and talk and think about this shit.
That's not what I'm saying either. Call your
What are you
jets.
saying then?
I'm saying that while we getting angry is what we're all about, it doesn't always help. We've got to be smart about it. And look, if we're going to do this, if we're going to pull off something as madcap and decent as saving this shelter, we're going to have to be able to do it together, united. We're going to have to get what advantages we can. Having a totem as a pack makes sense.
Sure.
I suppose it does.
And if you really aren't that confident about me being alpha, then we'll find someone else. We'll pick someone else. We'll pick you if that's what it takes.
Hell no.
I pointed Frankie. Don't say anything, I just pointed Frankie.
Here's my suggestion. I would suggest that since he has a lot of tactical experience, Sander could be alpha, and then either Barry or myself as beta.
Yeah, that would
That way
work.
we have the practical experience as well as the experience.
Yeah, the experience of how to work like human, and then experience of how to be like werewolf.
Yeah.
And you just said that I didn't have enough experience as a werewolf.
So having someone who can advise you and back you up makes sense in that regard.
I don't like it.
Well, what would
Okay,
you
how
I've
about
led
this
men.
then? We don't do
I've
an alpha right
been
now.
there, done that.
We figure something out later. Like I said, we don't have time to do this shit.
You know what?
We can be a pack and not have an alpha, can't we?
I'm not sure if that works, but
I mean,
if that's what it takes, Barry, I can fucking back you up, or you can back me up. What do you think?
I think if we're going to do it that way, then you seem to not like the idea of being an alpha yourself. So I'll suggest that maybe you support me.
I would do it, but you know how I am. I can't. If I'm
I do. So we should play to our strengths, shouldn't we?
right, you just
Yeah.
point the way, and I'm sure we'll be happy to go tear whatever you point at to pieces.
Maybe we can go and get you a chef's hat.
What? He said-
Maybe
he said-
we can go and get you a chef's hat.
No, I heard. No,
He's not deaf, kid.
Well, apparently he is, because I just had to repeat myself.
I heard you, Molly. I just wondered what the fuck you're talking about. He says as he takes a sip of grits. Fuck this. I haven't got time for this. Right, but so we know it's Pentex. We know it's not been announced. We know that we're kind of on our own here.
Right.
Yeah.
So, suggestions for how we proceed.
Shouldn't we check in with the Sept and at least alert them that it's Pentex?
Yeah,
Well-
I did say to Ian I'd let him know once we found out for sure. But what will probably happen, as he said, is we'll let them know, and they'll say, "Well, you found out about it. It's your problem. Go solve it."
I forgot what I was saying.
That's a very Bone Nor thing that happened, so that's fine.
Yeah. Right. So, do we need to officially announce that we're packing up?
I
Or
mean,
is it some kind of rite or something?
Not really. That's a good point, actually. Between, I'm probably a few of us know, but Barry would probably have some idea of this. And I imagine Xander might have at least a bit, because even if he's relatively new, he is a Philodox, so he would be expected to have some understanding of how the sept systems work in terms of becoming a pack.
Plus, he's a military man. He wants to know the rank and file.
Exactly. So, would we know anything about that, Joan?
About exactly what? Sorry, I was typing out a response.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, between myself being a senior werewolf and between Xander being both a military man looking for chain of command and a Philodox, would we know about how packs get formed by with sept rules and septs?
Their packs form themselves. Packs form and delegate their power distribution themselves. The traditional leader of any pack is the Arun, mostly because when the Arun says "I want to be the leader," everybody else goes, "Oh shit, I don't want my throat torn out." But it's not it's not a it's not a dictum. It doesn't have to be that way. So, yeah.
No, exactly. I mean, yeah, you're very robotic there.
Went robotic again.
What?
Yeah, Molly would make as a lead.
Yeah.
Molly, no leader.
No leader. Definitely. Molly, definitely no leader.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, we don't need to, fill out a form or anything and then
No,
present it to His Majesty.
No, it's all very casual. If we say we want to be a pack, then we're a pack. I mean, usually it's the runes in charge, but I mean that's only if Molly says she wants to be, and I don't think she does. But I could be wrong.
No, she doesn't.
So yeah, basically, whoever says they want to be in charge and everyone agrees with it, then they're alpha. Simple as that. Nothing formal about it.
Why? Well, congratulations, old man. She pats him on the back.
You call an old man?
You.
I'm 29.
Yeah, you're almost 30.
Cheeky.
Shit, I'm only 27. What's that make me?
Slightly older than me.
Slightly less boomer.
Cheeky.
Less boomer.
I think at this conversation, Charlie just smiles. I'm only 5.
Brilliant.
And you're looking good for it, lass.
I love that. I could just. I'm sorry, but I could just hear it. The words "slightly less boomer" come out of Molly's mouth, and then immediately have Barry turn around, going, "Now listen here, you little shit."
Oh shit!
Listen here, you cheeky shite.
Exactly.
Yep, that's face. Yeah, that's.
Is that actually what he's doing? Or?
I mean, just imagine it. I mean, let's face it. He is a guru. He's got 3 in rage. He's going to occasionally lose his temper.
Yes.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
Yep. We all know how that's going to end, but
so
still.
funny. That is so funny.
Since you're the big man, the man in charge, and you have the role you do.
Yep.
What do you suggest we do about the whole spiritual stuff and isn't there a part of that that's important?
Well, in terms of spiritual stuff, like I said, mainly it's all about the totem.
Right. So what do you have in mind?
What are the options there?
I mean, obviously there's rat. Obviously, we're both knows. Or if you fancy something a little bit more, two-legged, you could always try Old Man York.
Wait, for serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. If you can convince him, maybe even a good totem.
We can convince the city to be on our side.
Exactly.
I mean, that would be
That's
pretty
cool.
fucking amazing, to be honest.
See, that's why I told you we should have done this earlier, but you wouldn't listen, would you?
Well, you didn't say about York.
Okay, boomer.
You shut the fuck up over there.
No, I won't.
Incidentally, you're wrong. He's 29, so he'd be a millennial.
He's acting like a boomer, that's for sure.
He sounds like one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think Xander
What do you know?
face Molly and pushes her away.
Well,
Oh,
if
sorry.
they have to be very old, and he sounds really old.
Oh, that'd be so
wait.
good.
Right, it's true. You are kind of wheezy.
I didn't quite catch Talmud's thing. What did you say?
I said Xander slowly like puts his palm on Molly's face and just holds her back away after she keeps making boomer jokes.
You try living on street for 15 years in Yorkshire, living off of Bournemouth cooking slop.
I need to talk about the times when I was young.
If we were anywhere
I
else.
have to understand, Molly. When he was young, all streets were uphill every way.
Yeah. All right.
At least 3 feet of snow.
I think
Every
Xander
day.
to Barry like whispers like, "You want me to hit her? I'll hit her."
No, not like no need for that. No, look. So yeah, we could go speak to old man York if we can find him. I mean, Boo, you're in good with him. He likes you. You know where he might be.
Yeah, you actually do. He is almost always to be found somewhere in the vicinity of the Jorvik Museum, which is right there.
Oh yeah. It's actually within walking
Where I
distance.
asked, did you ask someone
Yeah.
else? I'm confused.
So you won.
Okay.
You were asked.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
because
know.
as they say, you're in good with him. You're he likes you.
Yes. I often take walks with him.
Are we sure we don't want Boo as a pack leader?
Only if you want to die horribly. I'm really bad at making decisions.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey, Boo.
Hmm.
Do you remember the way there?
She stops for a moment, stares into nothing, and then nods. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. What did I just ask you?
If I know the way there.
Okay, good. Just checking. Well, I suppose we should find a mirror and make ourselves pretty.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna help us.
Well, I can sort myself out for that, but I mean, there must be a mirror near somewhere.
Oh yeah, there is.
So
Probably.
yeah.
There's a mirror in the bathroom.
Well, there you go. I mean, in terms of
Yeah, I remember the way there. She just bullshit you all. But I had to roll to know if she actually did.
Yes.
nice. Barry will, if we're gonna make our way into the Umbra,
Yes.
he will reach into. I imagine he either has like some kind of bag.
Yeah.
He'll pull out his fetish because he has a pair of mirror shades
Ooh.
in classic cyberpunk style.
Yes.
But yeah, a pair of mirrored aviators or something, which he can obviously put them on and steps. As you say, the gauntlet is considered too low than it would otherwise be when
Ooh, very
doing
nice.
so.
Very nice. All right. Well, you guys, do you basically all want to head into the Umbra then?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Yes, we're a pack. We're sticking together now.
Ruff.
Yes.
Xander looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're right.
You okay?
You're right.
Elbow.
I don't know about all this spirit stuff.
I can carry you.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
yeah, we
I
have.
think he like links arms with Charlie.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
we have the third with us, and if anything bad shows up, we'll just throw Molly at it.
So, you go into the bathroom and you use the mirror there to pop through the gauntlet, which has a difficulty in this area of 5. So it's not terribly difficult.
Okay,
Yay.
so what do we roll to pass through the gauntlet?
You roll
Gnosis.
your gnosis, your current
no.
gnosis rate.
Your gnosis.
I count
Oh,
Yes,
no.
see me fail.
But since I'm helping someone, we get a +1 to the dice pool.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Nice.
I am being supportive to the poor boy Who's like,
Yes.
I don't like spirits.
Also, remember, you are allowed to spend before you make the roll. You can do that now if you want to. But I was about to say, remember, you can spend a willpower point.
You can also do that
When is
afterward.
when
Yeah.
is it we get
Right?
those back?
No, you get 1 willpower point back per night.
Okay.
And it's only
Yeah.
temporary willpower you use.
Yeah, it's only
obviously.
temporary willpower. Yeah, but
Um,
strictly speaking, you have to use the willpower before you make the roll to get an automatic success. But I just want because I wanted to remind you, so it's fine if Frankie wants to spend it subsequently here.
I do.
Yes.
Your dice pool is also higher,
What is
right?
the?
I think Frankie stares at the mirror and like crinkles her nose, like, come on. Why can't I only do this when I don't wanna?
I scare the shit out of her.
Pool
What's the
mod. So we get
difficulty?
one to pool mod.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Guys, what's the difficulty?
5.
5.
5.
Oh, I made it.
It's 5.
Which is not a...
Yeah, it's 5. It's 5 for you. It was 3 for me.
Ooh, and Molly gets through as well. So you all get through, even though it's a little bit harder for some of you. It's particularly easy for Boo. Boo just basically is like woof and just slips through with no trouble whatsoever.
I'm dragging poor Sander with me. Come on! Whee!
And
Yep.
you find yourself in the Umbra, and you are in the same place as you would be, except everything is, as I always describe the Umbra in these games, everything is just tilted 10 degrees.
Yeah, it's like
So-
everything's being filmed on a Dutch angle.
Yes, it's just a little bit disturbing
already have a headache.
and weird. But you are in the Umbra, and there are plenty of in this particular place. You are basically overrun with cockroaches, which is a bit unfair because you know that the people who take care of the shelter keep it very clean and tidy. But cockroach spirits, of course, don't necessarily mean that the real world version is overrun by cockroaches. It's just
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, but it was hilarious dragging an entire fucking group of them into a particularly bad place.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's just me. I think Boo might have as well. But I have the Merit Spirit Magnet. So are the spirits particularly drawn to Barry?
Yeah, they are. They're particularly
Swarmed with cockroach spirits. It's like,
yes.
oh, here we go again. Hey guys!
That's a good look for you.
You just see the cockroach-laden arms just reach up, and a pair of middle fingers just appear out of them and point at you.
The cockroaches basically swarm around you for a while to determine who you are, and then they leave you alone.
Okay, I know that some spirits can speak. Cockroach spirits, I assume, can't or choose not to.
At least for the most, you would need spirit speak to communicate with them. The gift spirit speak to. Only the most powerful spirits can communicate without. Spirit speak.
That's something to work towards then.
Yes.
Sander does not let go of Charlie's arm.
You do not like the Umbra, do you?
No, I do not.
Which must look hilarious. How tall is Sander?
Like 6 foot, I think.
6'1". That is like
6'1".
like 180 to 190.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's like 20 centimeters taller than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say Boo is
She's
the
absolutely massively huge.
Yes, she is. Again, she could make a living cosplaying as the Raven Lady from your books.
Yes, she could.
Not entirely. She's not as bulky and helmet.
That's true. But she could do it in Glabro.
She could, yeah.
True. That's very true.
She would be even taller there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right, Boo. Let's. Which way was it?
I think unless.
This way. Every time she gets somewhere new, I have to roll to remember what the fuck she's doing.
Nice.
Oh god.
as we
Since it's important, it makes sense to actually roll.
yes, as we cross as we cross the Lowe's Gate Bridge, it's like, kill me. That's why I yeeted that vampire down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, got far.
That was right down there, basically.
Yep, right down there. God, that
Where was it? Where was it? I saw the ginormous Yorkshire-sized rat.
That was up here, and it led you down to where you're actually going now, down to the Jorvik Center.
I point out the way I ran. There was a giant rat there once.
Oh, that might have been. Well, that might be the rat.
Yeah.
The rat?
You think?
Well, you know, rat spirit. Bone Nor totem.
Oh, I never thought of that. I just saw a big rat.
That's fair.
Well, you guys head through the streets, and you see plenty of, perfectly ordinary things happening, like ordinary spirits moving about, if you look up to the telephone cables in the up further up on the telephone poles and so on, you can see web spiders running along there, for example. You see all the stuff that you would normally expect to see in the Umbra.
So Xander has a phobia against spiders, by the way.
Yes, but it should be said that web spiders don't actually look like spiders. They look like little print plates with cables going off them as legs.
Yes, sentient cable walking circuit boards.
Yes. Yes.
So there are little computer bits.
Yes.
That should be less scary.
Well, because the point is, they're
computer bits.
Yeah, they're weaver spirits, so they're going to be.
Although, as somebody pointed out, if he had come across the St. Stephen's Green Mall spider, he would have probably just died.
Again.
Come on, she was nice.
Again, that thing was the size of a main battle tank. So,
but
she was nice.
Yeah,
but yes. But
anyway,
you get to the Jorvik Center, and lo and behold, it's actually absolutely as Boo said. You find Old Man York, and he is sitting right outside.
Don't give her. I wave.
He looks up and smiles when he sees you, and grins. Back for another one, are you?
Oh, I wouldn't say no.
He digs into one of his bags and pulls out a meaty bone and throws to you.
Well, since I don't want to let go of Sanser, I guess he's being pulled along in lupus form.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
You think Frankie initially inclines her head politely towards the spirit, then kind of elbows Barry because she's a third.
This is an unexpected pleasure to have so many of you coming along.
Yes, I'm character. Why are you all being so pushy?
You do it.
Hey, up, old man. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, making a decent time of it. Plenty of tourists this year. They ask the same stupid questions every year.
Yeah.
What kind of tourists? Knumph, knumph, knumph.
Well, hopefully the kind wearing masks and keeping their 6 foot apart like they should be.
Well, for the most part, at least, yes. But
Yes.
mostly they're British tourists this year because.
Of course. Yes,
You
Joan has decided that COVID-19 also happened in the World of Darkness. And to be honest, I suspect that in World of Darkness universe, COVID-19 was a manufactured disease by Pentex.
Probably. Oh, really? You worked that out already, did you?
I mean, it's Pentex.
Yes.
You could not make a more obviously cardboard cutout Saturday morning cartoon bad guy than Pentex.
No, you can't.
And
This is Captain Planet and the Planeteers level of cardboard evil.
Yes, I mean, for all that we love the World of Darkness, there are times when it can be incredibly unsubtle.
Yes.
So what's our power?
Anyway, well, you know.
So,
Yeah, we've kind of come for you with the request
right.
Some information.
and some
Right.
information.
Ooh, well, information is nice. Let's hear it.
Someone's trying to cause some mischief down our way in York.
Oh,
Yep,
what kind of mischief?
the kind
How
where
do
they're
you feel about a mall filled with plastic Vikings?
He looks somewhere between not pleased and a minor apoplectic fit.
It's just watch his face contort into a cat's arse with a nose.
Pretty much, yes. Let me guess. They're gonna have horns, aren't they?
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Some German companies trying to buy up all the area around. Okay, I don't know. All Saints
He
Church.
lets out a string of obscenities mixed from Roman Latin, Anglo-Saxon, which obviously was the language that followed it.
Yep.
Medieval English and Old Norse.
Oh God.
You guys don't understand a word of what he's saying, and it is still kind of painful to listen to because oh shit, he's really not happy.
The only reaction that elicits from Charlie is she looks up and then tilts her head still with the bone in her mouth like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Xander just looks confused.
Yeah, my feelings exactly, mate. Well, we're gonna try. We
You're
want
gonna
to try.
put a stop to it, right?
That's the aim, but we were wondering if to do that, we've decided we're gonna try and come together like a pack, and we're wondering if maybe you'd like to be in on that.
Well, why not? If you guys are going to put a stop to plastic Vikings, what's going to be next? Roman centurions and silk togas?
I wouldn't put it past them, mate. But yeah, no, you help us, we'll help you. We won't be seeing a single fake plastic horn for miles.
I think in the
All right.
background, Molly leads to Xander and goes, "Don't tell him about that new show."
Yeah.
She and he looks at you with this and says, "All right, I can offer you some things. Obviously." He gets up and he is an old man, hence the name, because York is an old city. But he's also very obviously a warrior. He's armored. He's looking. He is looking like someone who, quite frankly, could kick the teeth in on pretty much anyone who gets in his way, if that's what they do. And he's like, so obviously I will help you with information about the city in general. You'll have a better feel for the city. That kind of goes without saying. But if there's one thing I am, he says, it's durable. I don't lie down for anyone in a fight.
Mm-mm.
And I'll extend that to you as well. Plus my help in battle. But on the other hand, he says, if you accept this, you must swear to protect the city of York. And the city of York is basically the city centre. Anything within the city walls. Is officially that's the term for it. That's the city of York. And he says you must swear to protect the city of York from the worm, whatever the cost and whatever the danger.
Pretty sure we were going to do that anyway.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
You got my word on it, mate.
Oh,
Mine
that's
too.
good.
Yeah, let's pick up some worms.
So we maybe bone gnawers, but we're werewolves. Being warriors is in our blood too.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. You fight
Charlie
hard.
stands up in full height with a Affirmative wolf.
Yes. And he looks at her he looks at Boo and kind of grins crookedly and says, "You remind me of a shield maiden or two."
He tilts her head. Watch that.
Female warriors.
Oh.
And he basically what he does offer. So here's the mechanical side of things. Okay.
All right.
He is a 6-point totem.
Yep.
And we have 10.
Yes, he gives everyone in the pack 1 dot of streetwise.
Ooh.
Nice.
He also gives everyone in the pack 1 dot of stamina.
Nice.
God. That'd lift me up to 5.
Yeah.
5 stamina.
Whoa.
And
Holy shit.
and
Yep.
that is your individual boon, which you always have.
Yep.
When you fight anyone, basically because you are a pack. So this is what you get because you are not picking him as your personal totem, but as a pack totem. Then you also get the following. Every pack member, every time you get into an actual combat, into a fight,
Yeah.
you each have 2 automatic successes that you can use once per game session. And you can choose to use those 2 automatic successes either on the same roll or on 2 different rolls.
Yep.
But it's
That's-
basically it's basically that in every fight he will lend his strength to you, so you will have an easier time hitting.
So
Nice.
basically, when we fight as a pack, we get 2 automatic successes to spend in that fight.
You also get it even if you are in a single combat somewhere, because you get it because you are a pack. Because you could also have him as a personal totem. In that case, you don't get the pack bonus.
No.
Okay.
But that is
cheaper if you would do that.
yeah. That is a pretty sweet bonus.
It is.
Yeah.
He is obviously a totem of war. That's
yeah.
should be pretty clear from that. He's a totem.
Oh, I
of
thought he
war.
was a totem of being.
He's the totem of good bones.
But yes, the point is that yes, we are now bound. I mean, we're going to do it anyway, but I'm sure Joan will find some way to challenge this. But the point is, we were all planning to basically protect the city of York from worm corruption.
Of course.
So, but yes,
But we're gonna punch Pentex.
Yes.
I mean that would be quite impressive if we could actually create the physical avatar of Pentex and just punch it in the face. But
It is something that Molly would love to do. So
yes,
keep your eyes open for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be creating a handout with these stats for us, John?
Yes, I will actually do so right away by.
I've noted. I put down in my notes about it for now, just in case.
Here we
What?
are,
Yeah.
Here we are.
What do we do with surplus totem points?
Those can be spent. Surplus totem points can be spent on, basically on extra things that he, that can be given. But we need to look at that between game sessions before next time,
Okay.
because it's extra abilities that he might give you access to the use of a gift, once every day or something like that.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's
obviously.
cool.
And obviously, the point is that Old Man York is a totem you're creating, so it's good to give you some time we can discuss what
Yes.
what comes.
Especially now that we chose him, it'll give you an incentive to actually, work on it.
Precisely.
Yes,
I have
I am-
updated the thing, so now it says if totem, so you can take a look there.
Nice, look at that.
Perfect. Yeah.
I have 4 dots in streetwise.
Good
I am
God.
just the homeless guru.
You are the knights.
Yes.
I have
streets.
3 dots in streetwise now, 4 in strength and 4 in stamina and 3 in dex.
Shit.
She's a very solid ragabash. There's a reason she's doesn't really care that Molly's playing up to her. It's like, I can at least take 2 hits before I go down, it's fine.
That's funny because I'm probably more solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's not talking about hitting back, right?
Getting you an extra physical point is obviously quite a lot.
It is. I mean, let's face it, stamina is very, very important stat for an attribute for a werewolf. So.
But he's also on an expensive totem, so it makes sense.
He is a fairly expensive totem, yes. So he should be it should be reflected in his points cost.
Totally.
So is there any kind of ritualistic thing that he does while for this to take effect, or?
What he does is he gets up and he calls each of you over to where he's sitting.
Yep.
And he takes out a small knife. It's just a pocket knife basically for him.
Yeah.
But he puts a small incision on your hand for each of you.
Yep.
And then he just draws a few drops of blood. It's nothing huge or serious or anything of the sort.
Yeah.
And then he draws, just like he's got these two red markings over his eyes, he makes one over your left eye for each of you with your own blood.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And basically it will show up if you're in Krynos.
Yep.
Nice.
You will have that blood mark over your eye.
Cool.
Ace.
In Krynos.
Yeah, everyone's gonna see who favors us.
Oh yeah, everybody is going to know that Old Man York is on your side now.
Sweet.
Awesome.
In fact, yeah, that's just. Yeah.
You might be Pentex, but do you have the city on your side?
No, but we are planning to get it. But we're planning to
That
get
might
it.
even get a reaction out of the high and mighty in the sun.
I mean, maybe, but
If they ever look at us and long enough to notice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
Frankie is happy but surprised that things are going well because today's been kind of shit. Learning about what's happening.
He looks at you all and says, "Make sure that building doesn't come down."
Another affirmative rough.
if I have to hold it up with my own two paws, I'll do it.
That's good. This is war. They are not touching the inner city of York without my feckin' permission, and they're not getting it.
Too fucking right, mate.
This is my city. This is me we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually he tightens his arms, and again he looks like a tired old man most of the time. But as he stands up and he tightens his muscles, there's real power there. You can see it. There's real power, and he just he growls, and is like, I have withstood everything, and I mean everything, from Romans to Picts to Scots to Anglo-Saxons to Vikings to Normans to modern English. I have withstood German bombs. I will bloody not have German bulldozers remove part of me.
Molly kind of
What's
grins
that?
as she sees him flaring up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's a good point. I mean, that connection? Do we feel that? Do we feel that rage? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think
yeah.
in that case,
if any of you had missing rage, you don't, because we just started play. But if any of you had missing rage, you would have been retanked by this. You would have been refilled by this.
I think basically Barry, in feeling the moment, basically allows the rage to shift him to war form, and because of the Umbra, nobody else is going to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
And just goes to Krynos and just howls.
Yeah.
Good idea.
agreement.
I think he does the same. Or
Yeah.
follows suit, rather.
Yes,
and actually, that is a brilliant mental image to end the session on.
Yeah.
the whole pack standing there in war form, howling in triumph because you have just made a pact with a totem, and a powerful one at that.
Yep, not bad for our first session.
Not at all.
Let's face the pure shock value of that's a big dog, that's a tall lady, that's a fucking big Krenos.
That is a huge Krenos.
Yep. We're very happy to have.
Enormous. So yeah, you guys get a a certain amount of XP for tonight, obviously.
Yeah.
And since it is your first full session, I am going to be generous, and I'm going to give you an extra point for that, just because let's celebrate that we've gotten started.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you 3 more on top of that, so a total of 4 XP for tonight.
Excellent. Now I need to just find out where to note that down.
It's right down beside your rage.
Oh yes, of course. Ah, so let's say 4 total and then 0. I always keep a note of what's total and what's spent.
Yes, that's a good idea. So I will, obviously, I will then turn to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening in to our first full session of It's a Dog's Life. It has been much fun, and it is so damn nice to be back at this. You have no idea. I am really, really enjoying this already. And we will see you for the next one. So for us here at CharismaToAC, thank you very much, and bye.
Bye.